Hello, everyone. My name is Maria Giovanna Battaglia, and I teach at the Portella della Ginestra Institute in Vittoria, Sicily. Today, I want to share with you a simple but surprising experience that we had in the third B of the primary school. Everything started from a single sentence, and from there, something unexpected, creative, even powerful developed. We transformed this journey into a project that we want to tell you about. Drops of Change, Nature-Based Solutions for a Sustainable Future is the title of the project that took a decisive turn thanks to an innocent observation by Luca, who one morning during our morning conversations exclaimed, "Yesterday it rained a lot." But what does a lot mean to a child, and what does it mean to an increasingly thirsty earth? This simple reflection became the starting point for a broader scientific investigation, which transformed our educational path. Starting from the study of the water cycle already foreseen in the curriculum, we broadened the perspective to explore the climate challenges of our time, the greenhouse effect, water scarcity, and the importance of sustainable management of resources. To make learning concrete, the students built a homemade rain gauge and started an activity of collecting and analyzing data on rainfall. This experience allowed them to observe firsthand the connection between water and the environment, developing critical awareness and scientific spirit. Here is the first step of our journey towards change. The next day, I gather the children around the teacher's desk and guide them in building a rain gauge, explaining that this tool will help us understand how much rain actually falls while we work. Chloe explains that in 4 years she has seen so little rain that adding up all the rainy days, it doesn't even add up to a whole day. Her classmates, amazed, asked me to confirm what she said. For this reason, I emphasize the importance of measuring in order to reflect on the problem together. Once ready, we place the rain gauge in the garden, in a spot far from the trees. However, it is easily accessible by the other children, so we decide to put up a sign to protect it. In the following days, we collect the data and observe that the drops collected are few and dirty. We begin to discuss the possible causes. Talking about the wind with a smile, I ask, but does the wind make things dirty and get dirty? Luca and Marco nod with conviction, refuting their yes with the smoke from cars, motorcycles, and fireplaces. Ricardo intervenes to connect the observation to the water cycle and argues that the sun evaporates water from lakes, seas, and streams, creating clouds from which rain then falls. Therefore, invisible particles also reach the clouds and make the rainwater less clean than it seems. Observing the children, I realize that the knowledge learned in the previous days is turning into real skills. For many days, we continue to measure rainfall and compare the data with what we know about the water cycle and air pollution. Little by little, a disturbing awareness emerges. Even when it rains, not enough water falls to compensate for what we consume? Ricardo, worried, exclaims. Even if it rains, it's not enough to live, Nicole adds. If we continue like this, life on Earth will be in danger. This experience, made up of observations, questions, and answers, marks a moment of growth and awareness for them. Every drop counts, and from today, we decide to commit ourselves to finding concrete solutions. We reflect on how technology can collaborate with nature to safeguard the future. And we ask ourselves, who in the world has seen with their own eyes the real problems caused by pollution and water waste? It is time to look for answers and to act. From a simple drop of rain, an ocean of awareness was born. We now know that every small action can make a difference, because change begins with the curious eyes of a child and continues with the courageous choice to care for our planet. Thank you for listening to the narration of my experience. See you soon with new drops of change.